All right, today we are diving headfirst into a massive cosmic war, one that was born from the literal ashes of Ragnarok, the end of the world for the old gods. This is the story of the Fourth World, a mythology built on two twin planets locked in this absolutely eternal struggle between total freedom and absolute tyranny. It's a battle that basically defines existence itself.
So, at the very heart of this thing, you've got two completely opposite realities. On one side, there's New Enoch. It's this vibrant, green paradise, a world founded on freedom. And on the other side, well, you've got its dark twin, New Canaan, a fiery, scorched wasteland, a kind of corrupted promised land that's been twisted into a nightmare of total subjugation.
So let's really break this down. Let's dig in and see just how deep the split between these two worlds actually goes.
Okay, so this lays out the two opposing philosophies perfectly. You've got New Enoch, right? It's run by the good guy, Overfather, who literally talks to the source, this cosmic energy that binds everything together. Their main city, Supertown, even floats above the ground just so they don't mess with nature. Meanwhile, New Canaan is a complete horror show. It's ruled by the cruel Nosferatu, the land is scarred by these giant fire pits, and every single being, from his winged parawatchers to the super vicious Furies, they all exist for one reason: to serve him.
And the power levels we're talking about here are just off the charts. Look at this. On one side, from New Enoch, you have the Uberbox. It's a sentient supercomputer, basically an alien smartphone that can do, well, anything. Heal you, open portals, you name it. Then you have the Mobius chair, this throne used by the knowledge-obsessed Frankenstein, the Promethean vampire hybrid that lets him literally fold time and space. I mean, come on, this isn't just technology anymore. We're talking about straight-up magic.
But to really, really get this conflict, we need to go back. Way back. Back to the very beginning. An age before reason, before order, when everything was governed by pure, raw instinct.
That quote just says it all, doesn't it? This first era, the first world, wasn't about divine plans or laws written in stone. No, it was governed by something way more fundamental, a raw, primal scream just echoing through a timeless nothingness.
So here's the key thing to understand. The first world wasn't about creation as we think of it. It was about existence being forged in fire through extreme trial and error. The laws here weren't written down. They were just gut instinct, animalistic, and absolutely brutal.
And the beings who ruled this era, they weren't gods of wisdom or light. No way. They were pure, animalistic forces. You had Dracula Prime, whose thirst literally taught death how to hunger. The serpent monad, who coiled the first sin around the throat of creation, and the wolf god, who devoured the dawn just to give birth to night. These guys were, and I love this quote, the teeth behind the scripture.
So, from all that primal chaos, two absolute opposing ideas of tyranny started to bubble up. These two forces represent the ultimate cosmic horrors, the two extremes that would end up defining the central conflict of all existence.
And this table just nails the difference. On one side, you have Vril Dox, the ultimate tyrant of order. To him, free will is just a logical fallacy. He wants to boil everything down, calcify existence into one single, perfect, unchanging equation. Then you have the continuist, the daemon of chaos. For him, stability is the one true blasphemy. His goal is to just drown reality in so many contradictory stories that the very idea of truth becomes completely meaningless.
So this is it. This is the ultimate, unacceptable choice the universe is facing. Do you want to live in a cosmic prison of perfect, sterile reason where you have zero freedom? Or do you want to exist in an endless sludge of meaningless, contradictory stories where there's no such thing as truth? Either way you go, the triumph of either side is total oblivion.
So how do you escape an impossible choice? This is where our hero comes in. Let's take a look at the journey of Vampirella, who took one look at this whole order versus chaos thing and decided to reject it completely.
Her story starts right here, in this state of deep existential confusion. For years, she was just hammered with all these contradictory origin stories, all planted by her mother, Lilith. It left her trapped, with no idea who or what she really was.
But this is where her transformation gets so incredible. She has this revelation, this light bulb moment. What if there is no single true origin? What if all the chaos, all the contradiction, that's her one true history?
And by accepting that, she goes from being a victim of her past to the sole author of her future. She becomes the self-begotten.
And by embracing all that contradiction, she gets these unbelievable powers. She becomes what's called an informational hazard, a living paradox, a self-sustaining loop of reality. This makes her totally immune to being rewritten by chaos, and it turns her very existence into a weapon that can just dismantle an enemy's entire concept of themselves.
Now, this radical act of self-creation, it isn't just a personal win for her. It's actually pointing the way toward the future of the entire cosmos, the inevitable dawn of the fifth world.
And this is the herald of that new age, the Blood Sun. He is the ultimate paradox. He's a living weapon system created by absolute, crushing order, but he's forged from the DNA of Dracula Prime, a being of pure primal chaos.
And that right there, that brilliantly illustrates the endgame of this cosmic war. It's not about one side winning. It's about a forced, violent, and paradoxical fusion of the two extremes. It's synthesis through conflict.
So, the crucial point is this: the raw, untamed chaos of the first world, that primal cry, it isn't just destroyed by order, nope. Instead, it's captured, it's refined, it's perfected, and it's weaponized. That raw instinct is given a purpose. The cry becomes a conscious, directed will. And this leaves us with a final, really provocative thought. Vampirella's journey shows us that if absolute order is a prison and absolute chaos is just a meaningless void, then true power, true freedom, lies in forging a third way. It's about looking at all the contradictions that make you who you are, and instead of trying to erase them, you embrace them to become the author of your own story.